TikTok star Justine Paradise has just come forward with harrowing sexual assault allegations against YouTuber Jake Paul in a 20-minute video released on YouTube. For those of you who aren't familiar with Justine Paradise, the popular TikTok star has garnered over 500,000 followers on the platform after gaining fame with her comedy bits and lip sync videos. But she really began picking up traction after posting travel vlogs in her Sprinter van. On Friday, Justine took time out from sharing her usual lighthearted content and shocked fans with a 20-minute YouTube video detailing her sexual assault story involving Jake Paul one night back in 2019. In the video titled "Trigger Warning, Jake Paul Sexually Assaulted Me," Justine opened up about the night she and a friend unknowingly pulled up to Jake's Team 10 mansion after being introduced to Jake by a mutual friend. But before we get further into the story, I too want to issue a trigger warning as Justine goes into detail about sexual assault, so please only continue watching if you feel comfortable doing so. Justine went on to explain to viewers that after her first visit to the Team 10 house, she went back about 6 more times after that, but noted that she was forced to sign a non-disclosure agreement prior to entering. Justine believes she wasn't allowed to speak on the alleged incident due to signing her right away to speak on anything in the NDA. Later in the video, Justine went on to say that one day while she was hanging out at the house, quote, "Jake pulled me into this little corner area in the studio and started kissing me, and I was fine with that. I did think he was cute and I did want to kiss him." Things took a turn, however, when Justine explained that Jake grabbed her hand and brought her to his room, which she thought nothing of at first because she always felt respected in the past. After making multiple attempts at putting her hand places she didn't want to, Justine recalled Jake asking her this shocking question.
And then at one point he said, "If nothing is going to happen, then what's the point?"
After thinking he would just give up and tell her to leave, according to Justine, Jake allegedly unbuttoned his pants and forced her to perform oral sex on him while physically on top of her. She said, quote, "I couldn't even tell him not to. He didn't ask for consent or anything. He knew I didn't want to do anything with him. That's not okay. On no level at all is that okay." In the days following the assault, Justine revealed that she attempted to reach out to Jake and explained that she wanted to talk to him and tell him, "Hey, I didn't consent for this. It made me feel so awful." But according to her, not once did he respond to her messages after that day.
I never got an apology or anything like that. I would have liked to have an apology because that was messed up and I didn't want that.
According to Justine, she chose to use Jake's real name in her video and share her story so that he realizes what he did and doesn't do it again. This devastating incident is something that Justine claims to have thought about, quote, literally every single day since it happened, and said, "The more and more I think about it, the more I realize no one can be doing that and think that it's something right to do." Many viewers praised Justine for speaking her truth and were truly devastated upon hearing these allegations. But according to TMZ, Jake fired back to the claims in a statement through his attorney Daniel E. Gardenswartz on Tuesday, denying the allegations and even threatening to take legal action. The statement from his attorney read, quote, "While others have already begun to debunk the claim alleged against him, our client categorically denies the allegation and has every intention of aggressively disproving it and pursuing legal action against those responsible for the defamation of his character." It went on to say that Jake also believes that any false allegations diminish the credibility of those who have truly been victims of misconduct. Jake broke his silence on Tuesday afternoon in a lengthy Twitter post. He called the claim 100% false and noted he has never had any sexual relations with this individual. He continued on with his defense and also made it a point to tell TMZ Sports he doesn't think it's a coincidence Justine waited until the week of his fight to make the allegations. Due to Jake's lawyer's response to the allegations, it's important to note that the reason for which Justine didn't come forward until now is she and many other victims have dealt with an extreme sense of guilt and feel as though their stories aren't believable. That said, if you or someone you know has been a victim of sexual abuse, you can text STRENGTH to the crisis text line at 741-741 to be connected to a certified crisis counselor.